get $150,000 towards your down payment to help you get that first home. Now, not everyone qualifies for this program, as you can imagine. The program can only help a limited number of buyers. So in this video, I'm going to break down what the program is, how it works, who qualifies for this program, and lastly, I'm going to cover the steps that you need to take to make sure you get your fair shot at this money. Before I cover all these details, I'm Jared, and with my wife Brandy, we help families make the move to SoCal. And we make videos just like this one on all things about the Southern California market. So to be the first to learn, subscribe below, and if you're thinking about moving to the area, give us a call or text if you prefer. All right, so what is it? The technical name is the California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan Program. Say that 3 times fast. Now, it's put on and through in collaboration with the California Housing Finance Agency. I'll refer to them as CalHFA or CalHFA for short. It is a down payment assistance program married together with a shared appreciation loan program. And now, how does it work? Well, first of all, down payment assistance. You're getting an interest payment-free loan for your down payment of up to 20% of the sales price of the home that you're looking at. Now that caps at a maximum $150,000. So that means that could go all the way up to a sales price of $750,000. The next part of that is the shared appreciation loan part. And that's where, like anything, this is a partnership and you're investing in this home and this piece of real estate. So you're taking on a partner, that's CalHFA, and when the property appreciates in value, they expect that you're going to share 20% of that with them when you go to sell the property. And to help break that down and illustrate it a little easier, let's go through an example. So let's say that today's current value for the home that you purchase is $500,000. So we maximize the program and use the full 20%, and so we get that interest payment-free loan for $100,000 to help with the down payment. Then a few years down the road, and like most properties in Southern California, it has appreciated in value, and now it's worth $800,000. So original $500, it's now at $800. We have $300,000 worth of appreciation. So now we're going to sell this home, valued at $800,000, and we now need to pay back CalHFA 2 things. We pay back, number 1, the initial $100,000 down payment we borrowed, and number 2, that 20% of the appreciation, which 20% of $300,000 is $60,000. So the total amount we are repaying now is going to be $160,000 to CalHFA. Next, let's talk about who qualifies for this program. And we're going to go through in list format several of those requirements that you need to meet to make sure that you're eligible for this program. The very first one is at least one individual on the application, or one home buyer, needs to be a resident of California. All borrowers on the loan need to be first-time home buyers. Now here at this requirement, I'll stop and go a little further, but the definition for CalHFA of a first-time home buyer is that you haven't owned and occupied your home in the last 3 years. The next requirement, a little more difficult to qualify for and a little more complicated, is that at least one of the borrowers has to be a first-generation home buyer. So first generation has 2 elements. The first element of first-generation buyer is that you haven't owned a home in the last 7 years. And then on top of that, your parents can't currently own a home, or if your parents are no longer with us, at the time of their passing, they didn't own a home. If you meet those requirements, you meet the requirement of being a first-generation homebuyer. There are income limitations that you must meet to qualify for this program, and there are maximum income limitations. So for instance, for Los Angeles County, your maximum income is $168,000. For Orange County, that would be $216,000. And for Riverside and San Bernardino counties, that maximum income limit is $164,000. And this is just the income for those that are on the application, not technically household income. So if you're still sticking with me and you're asking me, Jared, what are the next steps? Here they are. First step is to get pre-approval from a lender. And not every lender is approved or certified to offer Cal HAVA loans. So you need to make sure, number one, you're working with a lender that is even certified and qualified to do so. And number two, you're working with a lender that knows how to deal with this. The next step is to register for a voucher. You do that through an online portal that Cal HAVA sets up. That portal is not open now at the time of this recording, and it only opens for a period of time. And we'll give you more details on that later in the video. When you're registering for this voucher, you will need to be providing documentation at that time. Documentation regarding your identity, such as your government ID, driver's license, passport. There is a first-time home buyer education course you'll be required to complete. There is typically a cost. You can go to a few different vendors that handle this. There's even a completely online option that most people actually end up taking. For this Dream for All shared appreciation loan, there's even one additional homebuyer education requirement for that, and it is a smaller course and it's offered online, and there's no additional cost for that one. They just want to make sure you really understand the way that the shared appreciation loan works, because that is a different element that most are using. Now, next I wanted to cover a little historical information about this program to give you context and like how many people are applying and how likely you are to potentially get a piece of the pie. The first year was 2023, and at that time there was $300 million allocated toward this program. The program was provided on a first come, first served basis. So they opened the portal and the clock started ticking. And actually so many people applied for the program, they had to shut the portal down and not allow anyone to register for these vouchers after just 11 days. In just those short 11 days, there was over 8,400 submissions for vouchers for this program. They were only able to help 2,182 home buyers. In 11 days, if you were lucky enough to be right on top of it, even from those 8,400 submissions, that means only 1 in 4 were able to capitalize on this opportunity. Now, the next year this happened was 2024. So they realized first come, first serve wasn't the best way to maybe do it, so they switched it to a lottery program. That open registration period was 26 days. So now they went from 11 days, 23, now in 2024, you had 26 days to get your application in. So as you can imagine, there were a lot more submissions. So this time around, there were over 18,000 submissions. And in the end, they were able to only close on just over 2,000 completed vouchers in 2024. So that means submissions went way up and the actual closed vouchers went down. So the odds of you being able to participate in the program went from 1 in 4 to 1 in 9. In 2025, there was no allocation of funds towards the Dream for All loan program, unfortunately. But here in 2026, it's already been announced that funds will be allocated. They have told us that it will be a lottery system again, and much of the parameters that we've discussed here are going to be the same. The caveat here is Cal HAVA is saying there may or may not be tweaks to the program and some of the eligibility and some of the requirements, but they said it should be, and they expect it to be very similar to the last program year in 2024. Those are the details that I've shared to this point. But just know that you'll need to stay in the know and you'll need to stay updated on all of these program requirements as it rolls out. And again, a reminder, one way to do that is to make sure you're subscribed below. So the question is, for this next year in 2026, when they open that registration period, do you think the number of submissions is going to go up? I hope that your answer is yes, meaning you're paying attention to where it's headed. And so all the more reason, if your potential odds of getting this program may go down, I want to make sure that you follow all the appropriate steps and you're well aware of how to make sure that your name gets on that list, at least so you get a shot at these funds. It's a very powerful program, and it's a way that you'll be able to expand your budget into maybe markets that you couldn't reach, or it permits you to enter the market at all at a budget that you can afford. But you may ask, hey Jared, but what if I don't meet some of those requirements you just went over? Where I'm going with that is you don't know what you don't know. So by contacting a specialist, an experienced professional that knows how these programs work, you can explore those options. And they can let you know if you do qualify or if you don't. And if you don't, the important part is they'll be able to help you come up with a real plan on the steps that you need to take in order for you to get to that point where you're ready to move forward. So let me remind you, step one, get pre-qualified by a knowledgeable lender. Now reach out to me in the comments below and I will get you in touch with one of those such lenders that's experienced with helping folks with this specific Cal HAPA Dream for All loan program and is an incredible professional. Whether it's now, 90 days from now, or a year from now, I'm ready to help you take your dream of owning a home from fantasy to reality. Start now by giving me a call or shooting me a text if you prefer. I look forward to it. Can you pause it real quick? I'm gonna have to cut that out. Is it paused or am I just rambling instead of eating? Lastly, I wanted to share, well not lastly, that doesn't even matter, I'm gonna cut that out. That is, I'm just running that around. Shoot, I stole the portion of my closing. So I'm ready to help you make your dream of owning a home. I'm ready to help you take your dream of owning a home from reality. I'm ready to help you make your dream of owning a home. Start now by shooting. That's it. Boom.